If you feel like you're constantly trying to do better, be more productive, more everything, this one's for you. Sometimes healing isn't about adding more habits. It's about noticing what's keeping your nervous system stuck in survival mode. That's where a not to-do list comes in. I'm Rachel Hansen, a licensed clinical social worker. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada in person, and I also serve people virtually throughout Nevada and in Colorado and New Jersey. Our central nervous system can be completely overloaded by stress, by anxiety, and by tasks, things that we agree to do or things that we feel like we have to do. And a lot of times people talk about keeping a to-do list to kind of help you organize and prioritize all the things that need to get done. But what I want to talk about is my not to-do list. And this is something that I actually have a worksheet for. So if you want the worksheet, let me know in the comments that you want the worksheet, and I will get it out to you, whether it's email or text or whatever you want. Let me know. And the worksheet goes over a few different areas. So one is stuff that distracts me and wastes my time. So you're going to sit and think about, what are things that I do that are time wasters? What are things that I do that distracts me from my purpose, from the things that I really want to do? And maybe you already know that, but jot that down, write that down. Another area is stuff that stresses me out and gives me anxiety. So what are some of the things that stress you out and give you anxiety? And when you're making this list, it doesn't mean that you're not going to do all of these things that you put on the list. We're just organizing it. We just want to know, what are these things that stress you out and give you anxiety? Maybe you have to do them anyway, but, we're just kind of organizing them in this way so we can look at them a little bit differently. The third one is stuff that drains my energy. What are the things that drain your energy? What are the things that you feel less energy after you've done them? The fourth one is stuff I feel obligated to do. This is a great one, and this is where boundaries come in, and we start to, talk about boundaries. But what are the things that you feel obligated to do? Whether or not you actually are obligated, we're talking about just kind of organizing them right now. The fifth one is stuff that actually doesn't actually need to be done. So maybe there are things that you're doing that you don't actually need to do. And take some time to think about that. That could be, maybe you make your kids lunch and your kids are teenagers and they actually could make their own lunch. Maybe you're doing other people's work at your job just because you like to do it. You like it's done better, when you do it. And you don't actually need to do that. Or maybe you're doing extra work. That's a lot of my clients, that's what you guys do. You do above and beyond, you do extra work that doesn't actually need to be done. So that would go in this category. And then the last one is stuff I can't control or isn't my responsibility. And there can be some overlap, obviously, with the previous box. But stuff I can't control, stuff that isn't my responsibility. And this really kind of goes into what I call the locus of control. And I'm going to have another video about that you can watch that's going to go more into depth on how you actually view and talk about the locus of control. But it's basically understanding what's in your control and what isn't. And there's plenty of things that we try to control that if we sit and think about it, it's not inside of our control. You can't control how other people see you. You can't control other people's reactions. You can't control how other people speak to you. Honestly, you can't control that. You can only control your reactions to that. You can control if you continue to have people in your life who speak negatively. You can control if you hang up the phone on somebody who's cursing at you, but you can't stop them from cursing. So this is just something to think about, and we'll go more into that in another video, but stuff I can't control or isn't my responsibility. So the 6 categories we have: stuff that distracts me and wastes my time, stuff that stresses me out and gives me anxiety, stuff that drains my energy, stuff I feel obligated to do, stuff that doesn't actually need to be done, and stuff I can't control or isn't my responsibility. So you're going to think about those things. And then once you have them in front of you, you're going to start to cross off the things that you realize you don't really need to do. And there are definitely going to be some things on this list that you need to do. I understand that. But what I want you to do with this list now is pick your top 5 off of that list. I know you have way more than 5. Pick your top 5 across all 6 categories and make a list. My top 5 not to do's. What are you not going to do this week? Stay on top of that. Don't do those things. If you say that you're not going to, be obligated for somebody else, then don't do it. If you say you're not going to have a conversation with that one friend who completely drains your energy when you talk to them on the phone, then don't have a conversation with them on the phone this week. Try it and let me know what happens. Let me know what happens to your nervous system. Do you find yourself a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm? And if you need help with any of these things, if you need help discussing setting boundaries, how to set those boundaries, and anything related to that, please reach out. I offer free consultations, and I would love to help you.